Tigers, Jordan-Hare Stadium, as we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Mississippi State Bulldogs, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the Auburn Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Auburn will kick off to get us underway. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the Mississippi State Bulldogs offense will take the field first. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, Dave.
Yeah, it was a great week, and watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will, a really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game. Maybe see some new schemes in the pass game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
Well, the play fake on the RPO bought the receiver some time to work himself open on the route. That was a man-to-man coverage on the defense. Nice job by the receiver putting his foot in the ground and separating.
And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something.
Gonna take a shot. Got it in stride inside the 20. Oh, he thought for sure he was going to be able to house that one, but a huge pickup all the way down to the 12. Gives it on the option. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Mississippi State going up tempo. Quarterback's a little more on target there. Maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion.
Well, on the opening drive of the game, establishing a rhythm and a cadence offensively is really, really important. They've done some good things on this first drive to put them in this situation. Obviously, you just threw an incompletion on second down. Likely going to throw it again here right now. Quarterback has just got to settle in. Timing is important. Get rid of the ball on time. Trust your read and execute this passing play if you're throwing.
They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Bulldogs! Excellent pass by the back on the option.
What a luxury for an offense to have. The ability to set the tone on the ground, giving that guy the football time after time, making offense easy, being physical, and really setting the tone for this football game.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So Auburn's offense will try to get something going with their first possession. Two running backs alongside the quarterback. Looking for a physical attack from the guy. Running hard and getting 6 yards out to the 26.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
This guy's a game changer at the running back position, man. Don't you just feel like you have to be if you're going to be toting the rock at Auburn? Bo Jackson obviously won a Heisman Trophy. Cadillac Williams, Ronnie Brown on the same team at the same time. And then Tank Bigsby here in recent years, too. Physical runners, but they also had speed. They were the total package, and I think this guy fits right into that category.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback can throw in the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
Got it in the middle. It's Craven. Knocked down at the 29-yard line. Picked up 15 yards on the play, and he's got a first down. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They just keep firing. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And how about that? That's already the third target this guy has had on the opening drive of the game. He is a big factor for their success throwing the football. He's got to win the matchups. Even though that one goes incomplete, they got to keep throwing him the ball.
Pass the sticks, and he may get more. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Tigers pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. From the red zone, it's Watson. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Makes the grab. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Quarterback making adjustments. To the air, it's Daniels. Lets it fly. Throw to the end zone, it's picked off. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
I love the defense's approach on this drive. They didn't panic. They gave up some yards, but what did they do? They forced a third down, a predictable situation, played great discipline, broke on the football, and forced a big interception.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this deep.
Oh, he's got some space. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49. Mississippi State right back to the line.
What a start for this offense throwing the ball. I love how they've come out in this game, and they've been aggressive. They've already scored a touchdown, and here they are.
What a job to lay out and make the catch. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. Got open on the post and then had no regard for his body in making that catch.
Exactly right. You know you're going to get hit a lot of times coming over the middle of the field, but he runs that post, lays out, makes the play for his quarterback. That's a tough arm.
And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? Looking to fire. And wings it incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Intercepted, big play, stops the drive. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
This quarterback was having success throwing on the opening drive of the game, in large part because it's a lot harder to throw on 3rd down when the defense is expecting it, like you saw right there. They were ready, had a really good coverage call to get the INT.
Unloads it downfield. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on 1st down.
That's a great play by the defensive back, swatting away that football on that deep pass.
From the gun, running back gets to give. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. It'll be 3rd and long. Looking for a man. It's Daniels. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win it, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Bring in the heat. And the defense, got him at the 27. We've come to the end of the period, and Mississippi State is on top. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision.
Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. The give to the back. Not a lot of room there. Give him a couple to the 16.
Well, not a great run there, but I think what the coaching staff is trying to do is they're trying to help out their quarterback. He's thrown interceptions on each of his last 2 drives. And the best way to try to settle him down is to get the running game established. But I think the defense is aware of that right now, loading the box. Everybody up front is ready for the run.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
Looking to the big tight end. Pulls it in. It's Howard. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Goes to the option. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. This offense has been sluggish, to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. Motion from the wide receiver. Off the bootleg, looking to fire. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. And the Tigers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. They'll try the run, and this one will be stopped for no gain.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And the deflection by the defense brings up 4th down. And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. And he's got to find the right combination of distance and accuracy from the right hash and 45 yards out. It's good. That'll bring him to within 4. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. He threw a pick the last time they had it. Now they have to take care of the football. Snags it quickly on the left. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Mississippi State going up tempo. Handoff from the gun. He's going to lose a yard on that one. This Auburn crowd trying to conjure up a little magic here on third down. Looking to throw, it's Harrell. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And he's brought down after a huge completion. The Bulldogs will snap it on 1st and 10. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
The play action fake. Pulls it in. It's Dortch. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. And the Bulldogs are moving quickly down the field. Takes this handoff and headed to the right. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. From the gun, they'll try the middle. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal. The Bulldogs didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Trying to barge their way in. Touchdown, Mississippi State. Great job by the back on the option.
And the running back gets his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game. You want to continue to feed this guy. You can tell he's got a nose for the end zone, knows how to get in there, knows how to make things happen.
And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. He'll start the return inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. The passing game is obviously the easiest way. Jesse, put more speed on the field. Find those guys down the field.
You know they're frustrated, too, because they felt like there were some matchups they could take advantage of to get some points on the board early. In this one, they just haven't been able to connect on those opportunities. But I like David's idea. Maybe move some guys around and see if you can create some better one-on-one matchups.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Takes a hit as he fires. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Wants to throw. It's Daniels. Finds his man. It's Craven. They'll get him at the 45, but he got 10 on that one. They've gotten this drive going, a couple of 1st downs already. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
And it's amazing that they're only trailing by a couple of points in this game because they've turned it over a couple times and they've been sacked a couple times right now. They have no rhythm on offense right now. You have got to give the defense tons of credit. They are dominating in the trenches. That's the big story so far.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Auburn sends out the punting unit. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Fair catch is collected at the 24, and that's where they'll start this drive. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Grab behind the line. It's Dupree. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. And the Bulldogs now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Back to pass on second down. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Well, here's an interesting situation after that incompletion for the offense all of a sudden, because you've had success. You've scored 2 touchdowns on your first 2 drives. You've got to be playing with a lot of confidence. Does that carry over and make you feel like going for it here on fourth down? You've got the playmakers. You've made some big plays early in this game. Field position would say you should punt it, but what does the head coach decide to do?
Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Might be calling a hot route. Looking downfield, it's Daniels. Throws for the tight end. It's complete. Touchdown, Auburn. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
That's exactly what this offense needed to do. You talk about answering at the right time, right before the half, close this gap, create some momentum, go into the half, put something together, try to come out with your hair on fire and win this second half.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David is sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop. You have it, so Jesse, don't do anything stupid to create some momentum for the other side.
I think a lot of this comes down to your quarterback and whether or not he's making good decisions in this game. If yes, be aggressive. If not, let's just take the lead into halftime and get ready for the second half.
Trying to move them on the counter. Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Oh, this crowd wants it. They want to roll Toomer's corner, but right now they want to stop on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Now he's going to send this one deep to the right. He's got it along the sideline. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37. The new popular phrase for a favorite team not really coming out of the gates quickly is that they're playing with their food. There are a lot of peas being pushed around the plate right now, guys.
Yeah, Reese, they've been stumbling around. They've been making mistakes and shooting themselves in the foot in this game. But, David, I think you also have to give credit to the underdog in this game because they're just playing with more intensity. They look like they want it more.
Oh, dude, when you come out the gates in the first quarter, it's adrenaline, it's passion, it's being talked about as the underdog. As this game goes on, can they keep that intensity up? Right now, they're doing a heck of a job.
Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
Yeah, this offense might want to think about moving the launch point for this QB because if you take hits like that from the pocket, it's really tough to complete passes.
And it's third down, but they're taking no chances. They'll send the field goal unit out before halftime. This is going to have to be unleashed from 54 yards out. And this one splits the uprights. Now up by 7 points here in the second.
How about it? 50-plus, no problem. Big leg, nice accuracy. That's a big-time kick for this young man.
They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Thanks, guys. A first half that saw a little bit of everything there on the plains.
The Bulldogs will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So here comes the Auburn offense. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job with pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering they did have success in the first half.
And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. Trying to pick up a first down. Looking to pass. It's Daniels. Right down the middle. Tight end getting vertical. He'll make a play on third down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Play action on first down. And it's picked off for the third time today. Trying to take it back. Touchdown, Bulldogs! What momentum you get when the defense comes up with a play like that.
And they come up with a huge pick six, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
On the move from inside his 5. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not...
Fires one high and deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Moves away as he feels pressure. Catch in the middle, it's Watson. Made a defender miss. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again.
I love when QBs break the pocket and still look to attack. Because as soon as you break the pocket, I'm thinking, oh, man, he's going to take off and run, and I might come up. But those big plays can be made down the field. Nice job by the quarterback keeping his eyes down the field.
Inside the 15, out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score. Looking for a gap. It's Robinson. Brought down, but not before he bowled his way inside the 10 to the 8. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Back to throw, it's Daniels. Missed his receiver there, it's incomplete.
You can sense the frustration building on the field and on the sideline for this team because on paper, they're the better team. From a player standpoint, from a record standpoint, things just not good.
Touchdown, Tiger! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. They still have the lead, but they need to respond to that last score. Running back searching for a hole. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
Well, you got to give the defense credit. They knew a big key in this one was slowing this dude down, especially after how well he played the last time out. They have been swarming him. They have been gang tackling him and getting a lot of penetration up front.
Makes the catch. It's Dort. And he was just showing off all of the slick moves before the defense finally got him on the ground. And the Bulldogs want to move quickly. In the gun and looking to throw on third down. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. He'll go out of bounds, but he gets the ball back, takes it the other way, and he has created a great sudden change opportunity. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? He
unleashes one deep. He caught it. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Tigers! Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. Their lead is gone, and they'll try to grab it back on this drive. Looking to throw, it's Harrell. They're working that left side. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. He leaves it with his back. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. This Auburn crowd trying to conjure up a little magic here on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. He lost it high and deep down the left side. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down. So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. He'll try to really get into this one. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stops. So here comes the Auburn offense. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
Trying play action. Throws to the tight end. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the catch. It's Howard. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield. Here comes Auburn to the line on 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Daniels. Trying to beat the D deep. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. Oh, he got loose. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. They'll open this drive and snap it from the 44. Off the play fake on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there versus 2nd down.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Man, what a finish we could have. Tie game, 3rd quarter here, 2nd and 10. Wide open downfield. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that 1st down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Out of the gun, they'll run it inside.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
They'll go to the air on second and short. Here's the pressure. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Oh, and they corral the ball so they avoid the turnover, but man, did they lose a chunk of yardage. Just a little too much there, a little too handsy, and they nabbed them for the defensive holding penalty. 3 yards, first down for the offense after that penalty. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds. Mississippi State right back to the line. Send the tight end in motion. The inside handoff. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. Looking to throw, it's Harrell. Rushes on him. Touchdown, Mississippi State. And that one will give them the lead.
Are you kidding me? I mean, that's really good defense to take away the pass and take away the big play, but the quarterback just makes absolutely something out of nothing. Scrambles around, finds a way to get in for the touchdown.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Here he comes from inside his own 5. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the third period. As we head to the quarter break, Mississippi State has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. He's going to let it go. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down.
Well, we've got a close game here at the start of the fourth quarter, right? This team obviously is down, but they're not playing it close to the vest. Being aggressive, first play of the drive, trying to throw it down the field. They're going to have to complete some of these if they're going to get this comeback win in this game.
Behind the chains now on second and long. Out of the gun, the inside give. Makes it past the marker. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
And I think that's what you want to see from this offense down the stretch. Like, can you physically dominate the game? You've got the lead. Now run the football, eat clock, continue to feed your dude.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Going for the big play. And that is his 5th interception, a nightmare he is not waking up from. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22.
And this offense, you can tell, just still feeling confident. Like, they have the lead. It's the fourth quarter. First down, that's not a running play. That's a passing play. They're really in a rhythm, feeling good about themselves.
Just a Barishnikov-like move on the sideline to tap that toe and get the first down. Using his feet. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
how good does that feel, right? You've got the lead in the fourth quarter. The defense knows you're going to try to run the ball to ice the game, and you rip off an 8-yard run. They know it's coming, and they still can't stop.
Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
Man, what a game this guy's been having, living in the opponent's backfield. Already has 2 sacks in the game, and now he gets a TFL. He is so athletic, so quick twitch, so slippery, they just can't block him.
Smashes through the tackle. Touchdown, Bulldog! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the fourth. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot. Now let's see if they can pull this one out. They stop him just a link or 2 short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. Back to throw, it's Daniels. Unloads to the wideout. That's reeled in, it's Thompson. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Auburn lines up quickly.
And on the heels of that last big play now, you'd love to keep the momentum going and score quick. How about staying aggressive, try to throw this thing into the end zone. You need to get the ball back, and you need to save as much time as you can.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
Throws to the wideout. And it's another interception as his assault on the record book continues. He stopped not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Heaves it deep. And it's an incomplete pass on the deep shot, but the flag is down. Let's check the call. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. Oh, this crowd wants it. They want to roll Toomer's corner, but right now they want to stop on third down. Just a short pass to the tight end. He gets it out to the 28-yard line, not enough to pick up the first down. Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Dropping back, it's Daniels. Fires to the wideout. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. Now from the 48-yard line, it's 1st and 10.
Well, they've got a ways to go if they're going to win this game. It's all about getting the drive started. They come away with a positive play to get this thing going. Let's see.
Throws toward the end zone. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. 4 wide out set, 2 on either side on 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. Oh, man, he almost picked that one off in the end zone. Instead, it'll be 3rd down. Trying to pick up a first down. Just keep slinging it. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down.
Well, you got to give this quarterback a ton of credit because he showed tremendous confidence on that throw. That wasn't just trying to throw to the sticks. That was being
intercepted for the 11th time this season. Pulled down at the 45-yard line, and that's the kind of ball hawking a defensive coordinator loves to see. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a first down. Let's see if they can put something together here. Finds his man. It's Harmon. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Smart move to keep it on the ground. He's going to lose a yard on that one. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this game in hand right now. We'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. Looking downfield, it's Harrell. Buys a little time with his feet. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. Well, what that punt lacked in height, it made up for by being short. And the coverage team down there to touch the ball. No return on this play.
And that is a huge play in terms of field position. Nice job by the punter. And how about the gunners getting downfield to down that ball?
Here's the heat. Hit as he throws. Oh, he makes the play. It's intercepted.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long. And here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT. Finally, the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they've just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
They'll move the wide receiver. Quick pass on the fly motion. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Mississippi State. And they take it in for 6 more points. They can now exhale just a little bit with that lead, and they are close to a victory here in the 8th week of the season.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
On the run from inside his own 5. Makes a move. He found some really good running room on that one. It just about got loose. As it is, good return to set up the drive. First play of the drive comes from the 41. Caught in the backfield. It's Craver. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. The Tigers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Takes his shot. Catch in the middle. It's Watson. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
They get to him as he throws. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining. After this, it'll be a wrap. Back to throw, it's Daniels. He'll take a shot. And the pass goes incomplete, looking to make things look a little tighter on the scoreboard, but that's going to do it.